Very, very well done. We're going to the second round here. No bomb going down. This will be Tech9's, Deagle's, PT50s. A couple of smokes to work with him, but not much. Up against the 4 UMPs, a big and an M4.
Tabson's going to play the same position this time with an M4, but back off the angle as Cloud9 looks a little bit hesitant. They're spread out quite thin on the map. Watch the push from Legia. He's got to go back because there's no one at lower mid. They're watching it from the position of Kyiv, but if Legia gets caught out, could have been a problem for them, so back he goes. And nothing will start to take over that position at long A.
Giving anything away just yet, Cloud9. Saving their smokes. Skadoodle and nothing holding up and seeing if the CT pushed into their crosshair, but slowly gaining some map control as well towards the B side, but they've got the bomb down in the hall, so not really much they can do right now. 50 seconds remaining, one smoke deployed. CT's holding up. Very disciplined team. That's one thing I've always said about Big. They're very good on these anti-eco, so you know what risks they can and cannot take.
Just looking back, I saw it on my screen, the replay of Tabson getting pumped. Kyiv needs to get pumped this time. Ooh, dinked up, backs away. Gives them connector as they get down drop, and Stewart is going to win the duel. Legia can't come out with anything either. Things go from bad to worse. Connector, a double pinch play. Tabson gets automatic, but it's he and Next that need to take back the A site. And they may just be taking back the Deagles and giving it up. Bomb's going to be planted. Cloud9 will answer. They go 1-1. That was quite lackluster, I have to say, on the A site. Gave up drop relatively quickly.
Stewie finds 2 kills there, finds a UMP as well. Big with no choice but to save the weaponry. A UMP and an M4. 4 players surviving at Cloud9 as well. They didn't really have much in terms of utility, just raw firepower. We said that could be a problem. Tabs can certainly go toe-to-toe with them, but we'll see if the others can in the future rounds here. 2 players will survive. Nothing, and Stewie are going hunting for them towards T-spawn. No need to overcommit here. Very successful second round force buy from them there. Bomb down. CT's with no choice but to save the weapons.
Bang. More of a boom, really.
More of a boom.
So Stewie starts off by getting in the drop room, and it unfolds from there. Kyiv, overwhelmed, couldn't get the shots. And we go 1-1, but they save an M4. Picked up a Deagle as well, did Tabson. So they'll buy around that. Unsurprisingly, it's onto the SMGs, with the exception of Legia, who goes to a scout. Don't know that I love that, but fair enough.
Yeah, he buys that weapon quite a lot for this team. He's the secondary AWPer. He seems to be the main scouter, if that's the thing. Whenever that weapon's coming out, he's the one picking it up. Let's see whether we can get anything done here. Cloud9, very slow approach. 3 AKs, 2 UMPs, saved in the previous round. Kyiv, of course, the AWPer for this team, he's towards long A. We'll need to see him to step up tremendously. Big in the minor to get to this event. Actually managed to beat Envious 16-4 on Cobblestone, so they can play it, very well versed in it.
Yeah, let's not talk about Envious in the minor.
That's what I was going to say. They were shocking in that event to see.
About the worst Counter-Strike I think I've ever seen them play. About the worst I've seen from a number of those players on that 5-man roster. Gobby
sure.
Tries to get in closer toward drop room, but Kyiv, meanwhile, backs off again. This is how it all started last time. Automatic toward drop instead of Stu. Next has to back it off, let him through, but he wants to catch the next player. It's the exact same play from Cloud9. This time shut down, though. Kyiv manages to get one on the site. That's better than they managed before, but a good refrag from Skadoodle, and Automatic has already pinched through.
Yeah.
Kyiv's gone.
Look at the setup, though. 4 players on the A site. Nothing the CT's going to do about this. Once the bomb's planted, they've got no kits, right? So, do they even go for this? I guess with this kind of buy, you might as well explore the idea. Stewie in that position, though, locks him down with automatic. Yeah, that's done.
Tabson still has the M4. You definitely need to carry that over. Definitely need to make it work. Next, though, getting the kill on Automatic is going to be encouraged to look for a little bit more. That smoke at vents makes things a bit awkward. Yeah. And the good call by Big is to give it up. Let it go.
Makes sense. They have no kits there. I've got a couple of... Well, I say rifles, 1 M4 and a scout to save. Next with the UMP, he gets 1 kill, it's an extra $600. He can buy some utility with that extra injection of cash. You can get some defuse kits out as well, but this is the problem. Big can get himself in a bit of a rut here. Yeah, they're saving weapons, but they're force buying every single time. They're not going to establish themselves unless they start winning some of these rounds. In a best of 1, it can actually be a bit of a rut to get yourself into, saving weapons over and over again. You might feel like it's intelligent thing to do, but it can fall apart quite quickly. So wants to play. They do force into this. I'm a bit worried for the future of this CT half for them. UMP M4, about 2k per player. I would say take a tactical time out here. We'll see whether they decide to do that. Looks like they won't, and they won't force it. Okay, this is the right thing to do, right? This is what you should be aiming for in these sort of scenarios. You keep forcing into it because you save some weaponry. Things here horribly, horribly wrong. Round number 4. 2-1 for Cloud9 after losing the pistol, bouncing back. Scout trying to do some damage and actually inflicting quite a lot towards Automatic, down to 29 HP for him. Still a 5-on-5 though. Stewie edging in towards Connector.
Lagia. Sweaty forehead that he has. Bit shiny. I like it though.
It's nice.
Some texture. Stewie gets up top ramp, flashes over, makes it work as well. Keep blinded. Oh, that's a good shot. That's a good read. Knew where he'd had to have gone. It's Lagia that's going to be on the scout, trying to cut them off on the way through. Drops down from Juliet. And he'll be the desperate, hopeless romantic with a scout in the sight as Nex takes out Stewie. That's all they really have going for them. Another round, Cloud9 is going to take over A. This is going to start to play into the heads of Big, because not only are they not holding the A site, as soon as they start to do so, as soon as they start to fortify it, problems will ensue on B in weakening that defense. Good shot from Tapson. He's actually pulled this back to a winnable situation because bomb's down to the A site. Automatic's going to grab it. Safe plant. It's going to plant hotspot. Ooh, planted back hotspot as well. Tapson now knows it's there. They've got to go for it. Low HP on both, and Automatic's going to slide out. Easy shot to take out Tapson. Godby's head spotted. Automatic knows exactly where he is, and he just has to play the time. Better than that, hits the headshot. Godby goes down.
That's brave. He knew exactly where Godby is as well, and Godby just tries to time him out of the round and make him take the fight at the APC, and it actually works out for him, but he nails the shot. Automatic probably up there in terms with Tapson in terms of skill, maybe a little bit greater. Tapson's very, very good mechanically, but Automatic certainly can outduel him at times as well. Number 5. 3-1 in favor of Cloud9, and it was not a forced buy from Big, so they're absolutely fine here. And we'll be able to bring out the AWP for Kiev. If anything, from what I saw at the minor, Cobblestone was his best map. I wasn't impressed with him. I thought he was okay, but the map he really impressed me on was this one, so we'll see whether we can step up here. 1 kit available. No head armor really, doesn't really matter against these AKs. All for Skadoodle, a player that's had a resurgence recently, I think it's fair to say. From what we saw, the NA minor especially, he looked very good, like the word you were looking for, assertive. He seemed to have at least found that.
Well, it's all Cloud9 except for when Tabson says otherwise. Just only been the 1 round, the pistol round so far. Tim's going to set himself in a position for the boost. Next with a knife. Trying to shoulder peek out. He's got his teammate down below with Molotov in hand. A can of flames. Bit of hot sauce for you, Hank. And he'll throw his above as they throw theirs below. They're going to fall into it. Godby gets both as a result. It's a little too hot to handle. Godby gets out with 5 HP, and they're going to head toward B. Shroud's going to lead the way, but he too Molotov'd off. Has to slow down. Smokes in. 3-man stack right outside of the drop position as soon as they, the broken wall drop, that is, not the actual drop room, as they want to make their way through. Shroud, AK in hand on 29 seconds as Tapson takes out nothing, and Shroud with the response, but he's down to Nex, and Skadoodle at least hits the shot, but 21 seconds now, he has to try and grab the bomb and go for the plant. It's got the opening. He's actually making it work. We talked about assertiveness. He's got the ass part down just fine because he's being a menace, but Kiev's going to take down Skadoodle, and it's going to make it 3-2.
Yeah, close call there for Big. Skadoodle, though, running out of time, have to go for an encounter towards the rock position. Taken down, certainly made things uncomfortable and kept the CT economy modest. Same story, though, for the terrorist side. They can bring out a couple of AKs there, I think, but they are going to be force buying in. Tech9, this is the replay of God-B. Drops that incendiary at the perfect time, makes them fully commit. Fire just everywhere in that drop-down area. 2 kills, stays alive as well. That's not bad at all. It's actually only 1 AK coming into this round. Full investment across the board. Even Skadoodle, he's gone Glock armor. Okay, maybe want to get body armor instead.
I like that.
Glock
That's what I do.
armor.
He's hoping that someone's going to die and give him a gun.
Yeah, I guess.
Guns are overrated, Henry. They don't kill people, I do.
Smokes deployed. Here we go. Flashbangs in.
Well, Tabson downed immediately by Shroud. Tech9, this is their chance. It has to be their chance to win it back as we go black. And we never go back. It's Legia that's going to get Stu at the very least. We are back. Legia trying to hold off, has to concede the fact that they've given up the site. Cloud9 walking in with pistols. They had to go 3-3 here. Bomb faked out. Oh, what a shot, Skadoodle. The Glock has done it. The Glock in armor has indeed. As the bomb plant is down, Kyiv has an AWP, and Cloud9 steal the rounds.
Just to give context to Matt's statement there, in the studio, the screen did go black. Not sure what happened on the stream. Could have sounded a bit weird otherwise.
It's true, but that's fine.
Just so you know, it was just like that. Right now, we've got a black screen.
Yes.
It comes back, but I think that's probably just us.
On-camera transition, it appears.
Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, the Glock does step up, of all the things. Skadoodle there with the broken wall position, gets a Glock kill. That was a force buy with PT-50's Tech9s and 1 AK. Shroud finds 3 kills in total. The flashbangs were perfect there. You can see them actually struggling trying to put the fire out. They were spending so much time getting the smokes to extinguish the flames. They actually get shut down by the run and gun technique of Shroud. He's actually got a lot better recently. He gets a lot of criticism, a lot of like focus put on him, right? But he still is a good player. He might not be the best anymore in terms of the NA region, but he still does a very good job, I think. Like nothing too crazy, but he keeps up with the team.
WP for Kyiv to bring back out. They have to win this one, surely.
Wow. The AWP comes out for Kyiv, Matt. The scouts there as well. PG-50s. In terms of the money, they must have some residual cash. About $1,000 per player. This is another B Pro trade. Cloud9, when they get rolling, this is the team that always goes to the B side. That's kind of NA style anyway. Once you get a few rounds on the board, money's in your favor, you're breaking down the CT economy, focus on that B side. Upper platform, find the kills, take the jewels.
They're coming to fix us because our black screen persists. It's fine though, nothing. He's got all the vision. Nex has got him back. AWP up close, we snap off it, but Nex, he actually hit that shot on Shroud. Yeah, believe it or not, Nex has nailed them. They've got a man advantage, and Nex is holding off against Skadoodle as well. It's just automatic remaining. He knows where he is, the op. In Nex's hands, very effective. Scout for Legia, so watch Tabson to be in position on the secondary AK, but transition I don't love. Tabson at least hits the shot.
Well, luckily for them, the 3 versus 1 against automatic of all people goes in their favor, and it will be 4-3. Not going to be shutting down the money of Cloud9 just yet, but it certainly is a brawl in terms of the financial situations at either side. Scout for Legia, all for Kyiv, and it was Nex. Finding 3 kills with the AWP, not too bad at all. Definitely not known to be an AWPer. He was known as one of the hottest prospects of German CSGO about 2 years ago when we first started the PGL first season, I think. That's when he first started in Mount Sports, and he was looking great. Like, looked amazing, in fact. And significantly dropped off since then, but still has a few rounds here or there. Getting to round number 8. 4-3 in favor of Cloud9. 4 AKs, 1 UMP. Stewie have no nades whatsoever, but sometimes that doesn't matter if I like him. Big round. Whoever loses this one is certainly going to be an eco. Both teams invested down to $0. Legia with the scout.
He's loving it.
He is.
I don't know if that he's done anything at all with it, but he's loving it.
He's got 1 kill, so no, probably not. But
don't call him out, Henry. You know what will happen.
He'll go wild.
Exactly. And do you really want to be responsible for a wild Legia? Ooh, Gabi does. He's got Shroud. Automatic snick by them, though. I don't know if they know this. I don't know if they're ready for it. Kyiv seems to be positioned as though he is. Gabi seems to be aiming at the window. The question is, how do they now approach this situation with automatic inside a drop? It's certainly covered off. Yeah, tagged up as well as he starts to head elsewhere. Jumps across the AWP, runs him down, but Kyiv, he's better on the pistol. It's Stewie that's going to come in next. Gets Kyiv back on the AK. If he slips through the vents as well, he could time it perfectly to be behind both. There they go. Stewie's got the kills. Skadoodle gets Gabi, and the round is flipped. It's all on to Tabson. Molotov down, bomb planted, hotspot. He's got to go back out the doorway from the hut, and that should give away a crossfire position for exactly where he is. He has to somehow bypass Stewie. If he goes towards Stewie, he's done. Skadoodle's got the angle covered off, so he's got to isolate. Look at that. Perfect cross.
Yeah, not really much he can do with this one. It is Tabson, though. We'll see what he can bring to the table, but caught with his pants down, nade out. And Stewie, that's just a classic Stewie 2K round, is it not? Just choosing a decision, The timing, spot on, through the vent. They have no idea it's even a possibility. He finds 2 kills in the back there, saves the round, and shuts down the money for Big. 5-3 now. This is the sort of stuff you can't prepare for. Those sort of plays, you can't say, well, Stewie likes to do this sort of stuff, or they might be a little bit hard to predict in some situations. He's just very assertive and pushes into certain plays like that. And yeah, like I said, not really something you can really do much about if he's hitting all the shots. 5-3, tactical timeout for Big. They only get $1,400 for that round. So $1,400 on 2 players, might as well be 3 with God B on 2K. And the gear and Kiev, they could buy, but be very, very weak. Number 9. As we get into what looks like a difficult situation for Big. Just to note as well, it still is a T-sided map. Technically, it's very much more balanced than it used to be. It's not like a 11-4 every single time sort of experience anymore. But the decision for Big, CZs. 250s, not much else. Guaranteed round for Cloud9 pretty much. You can see Shroud, he picks up the Mac 10. Perfect for farming unarmored CTs.
Skadoodle. He's going to aim down the B corridor toward the stairwell. No one playing inside of it right now. Meanwhile, it's Tabson that's on the site behind statue. It's slow pace to get to a place from Cloud9. Gobby's got the rock. Everyone's staying and not peeking. Cloud9 have won the essential rounds that have given them this economic advantage that now becomes a bit of an issue for them. Shroud again as well. Drop down. New haircut for Shroud. Looking short. Trying to cool off for the summer. Get hot in the round. Shroud gets Tabson and Gobby automatic back into the position to drop. Realizes, wait a minute, there's more than one there. Tries to pre-fire next. He's having none of it. He'll grab the AK-47, but be forced off of the situation. Might as well, if I were him, run to save that, but nothing will not allow it. He will save nothing.
Not really much they can do here. 1 kill is all that they pick up on the big side. That's for Nex. They'll get $1,900 at the next round. Still going to be a difficult one for them. Just about can scrap it together. I think Kiev can get the OWP out, but he hasn't exactly been lights out with that so far. 3 kills and 5 deaths for him. 4 players surviving for Cloud9, not too bad. Shroud's on 2 HP, so he'll be trying to get away from the bomb as quickly as possible. Skadoodle, no frags required from him. Just making sure the bomb doesn't have any ninjas coming towards it. Watches it to the very last second. Out he goes. Absolutely fine. 6-3 now for Cloud9. Looking pretty good. Big have won the pistol, remember, as well, so they haven't really strung anything together since then. Couple of rounds here or there, and I think we're taking another eco here for the German side. A partial buy, if you will. Peaches with these CZs. HE grenades. This will be the airstrike map towards B site usually. It doesn't really deliver too much. On train it does, I think, the most. Like Cobblestone, not so much. The timing's really difficult to like nail it. Keev's got a Mac 10 for the previous round. 5 HE grenades. What have you got?
Stewie, he's going to jump back across after Molotoving out toward long. The Gia gets no peek.
NIP smokes coming in?
It seems it.
They are.
Oh, did you see them?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I didn't. So those will deploy. They haven't thrown them yet. I think they just did.
Yeah.
So they'll land. Section off the B site. And they've got all day to work with it. Stewie's still out to catch off Lagia when he tries to push through, but Kiev's got Shroud down, so the smokes are deployed.
Don't really get that one. Why are they not going to A?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Like, if you're going to do that, like, you can throw something to the B platform. What do they gain from throwing Shroud in and dying? Now, he's called everyone's there, and he haven't done anything with it.
No, they've done absolutely nothing with it. So smokes go down, no execution. And the pistols, now Tabson on an AK, are starting to work. Oh, well, fair enough. That's a freebie for Stewie. Like, yeah, I'm not really sure what he was thinking. It's going to give them back a kill on the Cloud9 side. Double it up as Gobby comes close. 12 HP for Stewie. But he'll get away with it. This is going to make things awkward because they're rotating back over to B at the exact time that Big thought it was safe to rotate back over toward A. So it's only Kiev inside of the site on 12 HP. And he's got to have heard and called the fact that they're in the B tunnel. Ooh, tight angle, 1 and done at best.
That's all he needs.
Well, you're correct in saying it's all he needs, but he's not going to get that even. Skadoodle's got the shot. Tabson playing from the rock, snaps to his left, taking down to 50 HP though. Slightly lower as Skadoodle's able to put him down. It's now all on to Nex on just a pistol. Another round that Big comes so close but make an awkward call. And Cloud9, you're right, did nothing with that execution, so lucky to get away with
strange. Like, okay, just to paint the picture there, when NIP did that, they would throw one player in with the smokes and go towards A. The idea is to force the rotations over, and they have no idea what's going on. Sure, you can do a variation of that, but let's just see whether he can do anything with this. Oh, it's next, sorry. He can't. The idea is you go back towards B when you have the reaction there, but that was like the worst of both worlds. Full execution, lose all your nades, die, and then do nothing with the round. Luckily, Stewie managed to get towards the connector and backstabbed with a knife there in more ways than one. And still, round saved just about there. 7-3. Shroud, he was the one thrown into the site. You can see there, wasn't too happy with something. Well, Mac 10 as soon as he committed. A great play from Stewie to save the situation as Legia, responsible for breaking one of the desks here at the minor last time. None of that this time. I think they've been warned.
It's true, they came from the lower bracket in that minor. Hence the desk breaking shenanigan required. Not really ever required, to be fair. Scobby takes down automatic. Watch for the cross on the site. Tabson caught out in the middle of it. Can't do anything with it. That's massive.
This is a change of pace from Cloud9. Going to be so many rounds in a row, but this is created. Keith boosted up in the connector smoke. They might have a chance here, actually. It's going to be a 4-on-2 now. Nothing and Stewie to clutch. Stewie with the AWP as well. Bomb planted, but nothing finds the first kill. Legia gives it away. 3-on-2 now. They have got nades to work with. Only flashbangs on the T side as well. CT's hoping for a mistake here and allowing GodB to buy some time. He is very smart on these rounds and making the flank from long A. Should be a guaranteed kill for him. There it is. Sends up to Stewie.
Oh, what? Gets Keith, nails next, up to Stewie. You don't need anybody else, Cloud9.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow, Henry's impressed.
That's so sick.
Damn. Oh, damn. Drop the mic, Henry.
That was so good. Like, that's what I'm saying about. You might have all the tactics in the world, Matt, and I agree they do, but like sometimes you can't.
Listen, they're still going to win this game. Calm down.
There's things you can't beat, and that's one of them. And that's so sick from him. Like 30 HP as well. They know exactly where he is. Still just wrecks everyone.
It's fine. I told you. They just false sense of security. Ooh, Valence, don't hurt his shoulders so hard. You'll dislocate it. He's just a frail boy.
He is quite a small man.
Nothing. Trying to open up the site again. It's pistols. Things are not looking good for the economy of big. As Jordan walks in to take out Tabson. Nothing's going to continue to try and wrap around as well. Next. Down by Skadoodle. Legia's on a 1 versus 5.
Good luck. Ooh. Rough couple of rounds for Big. 9-3 now. Cloud9 looking like they're getting into 5th gear. Legia, let's have a look at the scoreboard. 2 for 9 for him. Key, 5 for 8. One of the names we do need to see at the top, the AWPer. GodB, to be expected. Him and Legia, I don't expect to be like ever lighting the game on fire. It's up to Tabson, and here's top for now, 11 and 8. On the other side, Stewie, 14 kills for him. Skadoodle, 11. Shroud, 7. And automatic, surprisingly enough, at the bottom, but as we get into it, round number 13. Another full buy for the CT side. Need to start getting this rounds on the board now. It looks like Cloud9 are running away with a lot of these clutches in individual plays.
Shroud already in this site. He's already by all the flames, all the smoke, all the damage. It's Stewie. He's with him, but he's on the inside of the smoke,
fire.
So they're going to have to get inside of the cubby jumping through. It's Tabson, but Stewie's got him down. Tabson, he's been silenced in this game. Stewie goes through. Good flash over. And it's all down to Legia yet again. Caught off on the window. Nothing's got the kill. Cloud9's got the round. They're up to 10.
Stewie is in the zone right now, pushing through all the smokes, the flames. Fast B execution there, a couple of smokes dropped as well. You can see the thing that impressed me with the amount of Molotovs that are deployed as well. The CDs couldn't even retake if they wanted to. Fire absolutely everywhere. As soon as they extinguish, Stewie's running through the flashbangs. That was really nice to watch from him. He's like on a mad one right now. 17 kills, 6 deaths, just completely ravishing the CT side as he throws the right click flashbangs through. Down to an eco once again for Big.
Jordan, nothing. Trying to walk closer, gets flashed off. GodB does well, but good reaction from nothing, even though he hardly, or excuse me, from automatic, even though he hardly had his visions. Neither does Shroud, and he does the same. It's Kevin next down. Stewie's going to find Tabson trying to work back in toward drop. And this is now, okay, fair enough. It's going to be 11-3. Legia knows this situation's rather dire.
Anders gave me a quote earlier coming into this game. He goes,
Did he really?
Henry, if you need to remember one thing, GodB has the equal IQ to all 5 Cloud9 players combined.
Well, so that doesn't equal very much.
Well, that's the point he's trying to make, I think.
It equals 45.
Okay.
9 times 5.
Where are you going with
Cloud9.
this? Okay. That's... Oh. It's not as funny as I was hoping for.
It's never funny, Henry. That's the point.
I thought you were saying they were already stupid or something, but no.
Are you trying to call it Anders?
I wasn't really doing anything with it. It was just a funny thing he said to me. You ruined it now. So.
I totally ruined it.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I do. It's fine. Relationships, jokes, and CS. Ruin them both.
11-3. So, last round for Big, and there will be money available from just about. AWP for Kiev, 4 M4s. They've got smokes and molotovs to work with as well. Got beat, trying to get in the zone there, trying to hype up his teammates. As we get into this one, Skadoodle back on the AWP. They've kept a very fast brand of Counter-Strike in this first half. Once they've found those first few clutches, they've kept with it. Fast smokes once again, automatic going in first, trying to open the map. Here we go.
Thought I was going to go aggressive as well in behind them. He takes Tabson, but look at his positioning, automatic. So far inside of the site, there's nothing that they can do in the reverse. Next will slide back through finally in the smoke, but misses the shot on Skadoodle. That gives him away to Jordan, aka nothing. That's all onto Legia yet again, who's got the M4. Good shot on Skadoodle to open it up, but to find 3 more, not likely. 12-3 at half for Cloud9, and I'm starting to wonder if Big should have left Train in the pool, although, to be fair, Cobblestone's been fairly good for them. So
the thing is, they would have had the same problems on Train. Cloud9 is the exact same playstyle on the T side of that map as well. Very fast, very quick towards the outside side. Stewie in automatic, just completely wrecking people. So I don't think they're used to playing against this sort of pace. It's very difficult to handle, especially when Stewie's hitting absolutely everything. I thought this would be the problem coming into this game, and it seemed evident as well. If you play a very slow default game with CS, Big can probably handle it. But this, especially with the aims coming up as well, and I don't think Big has the aims to actually challenge them in that respect. It's going to be a very difficult challenge for them. But you never know. Get the T-pistol, we'll see where we're at.
Next. He's going to just go jumping by the hay bales. Set up rather passive. 3 toward B, all close to statue in the stairwell. No one at drop, so they've completely left that open, which could be a drop split right now as well. Tabson looks like he wants to go down. Get through connector, and they'll go for a 4-1 push toward A. He's got to go now. They're already rotating. He can have at least heard one of them, surely, as Legia goes in, makes contact. It's Nex. Flashed off, though, but still alive. That gets the kill onto Skadoodle as Tabson spotted by by Shroud, but good response as he snaps back. A pistol round seems to be his home as he gets nothing as well. And it should be back-to-back pistols for Big. Now keep that in mind. Big won the opening pistol. That's how poor the first half was for them. They got ecoed on the second round. This time, they need to do much, much better than that, as Stewie's found by Tabson as well. Another 3K round for him.
Both pistols indeed. Very fast approach with the A site there, finding all the kills. Skadoodle was trying to clamber up onto the A site there, got caught with a missed jump and got punished for it. His teammates could not step up there. So if they were to lose this game with both pistols going in their favour, and that's a bit of a nightmare generally for Big. 12-4 will be the scoreline here. CTs can force buy in the second round. I would say you don't have to, even though you lost this round. Oh, good. They've actually listened. People are starting to understand. Finally, it's taken 2 years. We've got there. No force buy in the second round. You have this lead on the CT side. Take an eco. It's fine. That's not a requirement anymore. So, USPs, default pistols across the board, actually. That's not too bad. Here we go. 1 flashbang. That's all they'll buy.
He spots, makes contact, and backs off. They know now they're pushing out toward A, so they've got to be fast onto B. 5-man push. Haven't seen this in a long time. And they're still hesitant. They still don't know, oh, this could be bad. This could be very, very bad. Waiting for automatic to confirm a clear toward T-spawn. Thankfully now they'll get to the B site. They should be all clear and all fine. Cloud9 was very close to nipping at their heels. Now they're just going to look for the exits. Just need a kit for nothing. You can go for the ninja. Doubt that's going to happen.
Doubt it's going to happen. They're just hoping that some exits come in. Only got the default pistol, so only really going to be giving them kill reward money with their SMGs. So just staying alive actually makes a lot of sense if you think about it. They're not going to get anything for us, they know that. Deny the SMGs anything in terms of $600 per kill. So saving nothing, but not giving anything away, I guess is the headline of that one. Every dollar counts in Counter-Strike. 12-5. We'll be able to purchase some body armor this time, it seems. P250s as well. That means round number 18. Big will get the 3-0, almost certainly here, but 4 nades bought.
Next, meanwhile, relatively quiet, but he'll have one of the 2 AK-47s in the round as they get close to B, which is now the side that's stacked, so they've got to identify this quite quickly. Ascertain the fact that it's fully occupied by Cloud9, Shroud being one of those players, Shroud being the most aggressive of those players, with the P250 in hand. Close smoke for entry. Smoke to statue. Shroud with nade. It was a little bit deep, so he won't take damage, but his elevated position won't get him a kill either. As Legiet and Tabson open things up, they can now slow down to control the round, and that's exactly what they'll do. Scott, ooh. I was gonna say Scott shows face, but Legiet goes back to take a fight that he probably should not have. Great shot. Brings it to within 1 of the deficit. Over toward A as well. It's Automatic that wants to peek late. Automatic that's got damage in. Dinks everywhere, but no kills. He's still alive, but he's soon to die. 11 HP. Godby's in behind him.
Is indeed. Look a little bit temperamental there. Big do managed to win the round, but losing 2 frags certainly wasn't the most comfortable procedures for them. 12-6 now. A gun round for Cloud9. As I mentioned, they didn't force buy in the second, which I like a lot. They've got this huge lead. It's best of 1 format. Every win means so much for either of these teams. Like, I would say Cloud9's almost kind of certain making that top 8, I think, at everyone's book. Big, a little bit of an outsider, I would say, in terms of the teams here, but we'll see. Definitely a team that has potential to. I just don't think this playstyle really suited them, Cloud9, but still. Getting to round number 19 here, all power for Kiev, same sort of Skadoodle. I would put Skadoodle above Kiev in most encounters. We'll see whether he can handle him. Slow pace round here for the big side. Working towards upper platform, next and Kiev watching top and middle.
So Tabson waits to the top of the drop. Whoa, I thought Shroud's foot was going to be showing. He's a little bit further back than I had read. They know the angles better than I do. Big, doing everything they can, this time winning the 3 rounds, rather 2 rounds after pistol, but 3 rounds to start off the half. Very passive from Cloud9. Aside from the stack round pushing through, no one looking for information out toward long A, but they are with 2 players inside of connector as Tabson makes his way around. That means there's a second player close by. It's Automatic and Tabson not ready for it. Godby is. He's got the trade back. That could have ended all plans immediately as they try and swing around, and Godby's found by nothing instead. So the split's off, but the kills are on, and Skadoodle's missed the shot out towards Stables, but wants to try and continue holding the cross as they pick him apart through the wooden boards. And that's going to work, but Stewie at least gets 1 in return before Kiev steps up. It's all down to nothing, and nothing down in the end by Legiet.
One of the messiest CS rounds I've seen in quite a long time, but Big do manage to put it off. Skadoodle gifted a couple of kills on a play, misses some shots, jumping around. No one could really kill each other at that point in the round, but still, Big do manage to pick it up. They got the 4-0 here in the second half. Maybe there is a chance of them yet. Going to round number 20. Has to be another recap for Cloud9 here. It's got to be the refrag of Thompson towards that connector position as well. Jumping through the window. Shroud just didn't seem ready. The timing seemed horrible for him. Just as he pulled a nade out, that's when they fully committed. So good work by the T's in that respect. Legia now down to a Mac 10. 3 AKs around him, so obviously it's testament that they know it's pretty much full EK for the CTs. The gear with that Mac 10 by himself, kills Stewie, and is setting up for his teammates. Doesn't really matter if he goes down, he's got the man advantage now, just trying to get a bit more intel. Might get a second kill as well. Doesn't do that indeed, but nothing finally takes him down.
Tabson still going to try and work down in from drop as well. Flames at his feet. Nade toward the drop room is Shroud. Fights back valiantly. Oh, got a little fast forward effect there. Admin, he's doing it sideways. Tried it once, she didn't really like it. She never does.
She never does.
Shroud and Automatic just waiting to die at this point, it would seem, as they back toward the connector. Could play for exits. They haven't invested much into this, so picking up a gun would be valuable to carry over, but Big's going to pick up round number 8.
They will. Looking much better here on the T side. I think that second half pistol has really set them up for a decent half here. We'll be 12-8 after this one. Money will be a maximum loss bonus for Cloud9 though, so they can bring out the double AWP setup. Normally when things get a bit desperate, that's what you're using on the CT side. That's definitely an option on Cobblestone. I'm not a huge fan of it. Again, it's a tactical team like Big as well. I would try and avoid that setup, but Stewie definitely can wield the weapon and go with Skadoodle. I don't think it's required just yet. Like, they've had one gun round so far. Maybe that's not the call at this point in time. I think it was a difficult buy as well, but Big now. We'll have a good score for them. Tabson, of course, top of the scoreboard, 18 kills. Next, not far behind at 16. Good to see him up there. Stewie with 21 kills, leading the charge on then some for his teammates, and automatic second place, 14. So, about 5.5k per player on the CT side. AWPs will come out. Just one though for Skadoodle, by the looks of things. He hasn't exactly been lights out either. We'll see whether we can step it up here. A big round for either side. Good pardon the pun.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to catch on to that one. It is a well-named team in that sense.
Yeah.
They also have the biggest man in the world as their manager.
That's true. Very big man. Very nice man as well.
He's a lovely man. I enjoy him thoroughly. Scott B, well, if you thought you were going to get through the flames the first time, wait again. Another 7 seconds, delayed by Automatic this time. Automatic as well has a smoke. He's throwing the flash instead. Gobby fully blinded by that. They now throw one out in return to try and get a peek.
All quiet for now. Full default for Big. They still have all their utility to work with as well. They edge back towards the B site. Leaving next and middle for now, but it looks like they will be committing. They haven't got drop down or upper platform at all. Skadoodle's actually on their platform with full vision of that area. Like, yeah, needs to be very careful. A flashbang definitely required. Cannot just walk out and hope for the best there. At least a jump across. We'll see if they give anything away.
Flash out. Oh, couldn't decide where to shoot. Made a lovely flick, but hits Lakia in the shin instead. It's nothing. He's made his way in from drop room. Skadoodle. Another holds off drop room. Hits a great shot up close on the second approach. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how he survived so long. His next was hesitant around the corner, but having done so, he's done very well to find nothing as well. Stewie behind the tree. Picks up one on Kiev at the least. His Shroud will follow up. It's still the favor of Cloud9 with the exception of the fact that the bomb has been planted and Gobby's put himself in a reasonable post-plant position, but he's expecting a flank. It's boxes that he plays. First shot a bit of a miss, but makes up for it on the spray. He's going to be distilled from his position by the flames, and then by the flames it's Shroud's gun, by which he falls next. It's now going to be 13. 3 with a 1 in front of it, rounds for Cloud9.
That's the first round they posted in the second half. It's going to be 5-1. So, good time to arrive here. Is it enough to ignite Cloud9 further? They go for the double AWP setup. I did say that was a possibility, presumably going towards Stewie and Skadoodle. Here's the replay though. Skadoodle actually shutting them down for so long. Stayed alive for a very long amount of time. Next, finding some decent shots on entry, but leaving Gobby in an unwinnable situation. Not known for huge clutches here. He can be very clever in the 1v1s, but like a 3v1 against these sort of players, I think is a bit of a stretch too far. Go to round number 22 here. Double AWP setup. We said Stewie going for that as well. Assuming they'll take one of the AWPs towards middle. They actually don't. Towards B at the start. Automatic holding mid. Got B and Kiev. Looking towards long A.
Tabson, good opener.
Oh
Great
gosh.
opener. Get wrecked, Skadoodle. Shroud's got to compensate for it. Pick away at the remains of his teammates, see what he can find. A nade that's gone deep. Tabson's still alive and well. And a smoke to cover off the drop room. But Tabson's going to sit and wait a little bit longer as Lagia's tasked with trying to open up it long. Remember as well, you said it, that was Cloud9's first round. They had 2 players staying alive. This is a reset.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is a harsh reset. Now it's a 5-on-4 double orbs as well. If full execution comes in, they're in a world of trouble. Automatic still holding middle, backed up by Jordan now, who's got the AWP. I guess Automatic needs to make a play here. Can't allow full commitment to come in here as the nade's being pulled. As he pushed through.
He's thinking about it. Oh, this is such a time to be dead. What a time to be dead. Next takes him down. It's through the smoke they go. It's Tabson as well toward the top of middle of the spot. One more player trying to jump through from vent. That's over toward Romeo and Juliet. Both covered off this round as nothing stays at barrels. Do they check it? Bomb already down. Shroud being a menace. They know now that nothing is there, but Keev's got an AWP and has to get friendly with nothing. Misses a shot to the pistol. Nothing knows he's there. It's a back and forth fight. Oh, Keev. Thankfully he had 3 teammates by that point, or 2 teammates rather, that were coming to help him, but that was rather awkward for a minute.
Yeah, that is the full reset, for sure. A lot of missed shots now from both sides. Cloud9 missing a few more, it seems, as they will drop the scoreline down to 5-1 here. Or 6-1, I should say. And it was a bit of a sloppy way to finish here with the pistol, but Keev did get the final shot with the P250. Once again, the gear brings up that MAC-10. Knows they're going to be eco, but they've fully invested Cloud9. 12-3 first half, now it's back to 13-9. Big, certainly making a case for themselves here in the second half. CZs, P250s, UMPs. Cloud9 always dangerous with these sort of buys, but I'm not sure this will be their round. Gear once again, probing towards B with the SMG. Headshot for now. Down he goes.
Downed indeed. Shroud, though, sitting back, waiting for anyone to push through for the broken wall. It's Stewie. Goppy's going to put him down, though. Molotov goes out toward connector door, and next he has the AK-47. Thankfully, spot Shroud sooner than Shroud could approach and pounce. Good shot from Skadoodle, but round over, I'm afraid. Big's going to make this 10.
Why not be?
Will they? Because he's now picked up a gun. He's got armor to work with. His smoke's going to bounce the wrong way, but he's hit the high HP player. Keev down. Skadoodle's got something in this. He's got an argument in the say. A say in the argument, perhaps. As Godby, 16 HP, goes, Hunty's looked the wrong way. This is all Skadoodle's. This is all timing. Skadoodle's to lose. Bomb is in the hands of Godby. Now, the fact that he's made it to drop room, he likely expects that Skadoodle is wrapped back around. Godby misses the shot. Skadoodle with 14 pulls back the round. 3 kills in a 1 versus 3.
Just at the CZ as well.
That's so gutting right now if you're big.
Yep, that's crushing. You had said it. Well, that's done. No way Skadoodle's winning this one. Just one mismanagement in terms of the timings, the bomb going down. They were segregated. One gets caught at the tree, then the low HP player, the bomb was apprehensive, didn't want to commit to the plan. Gets caught out. Oh, it's just really horrible round to see. Got to be that timings escaping. He had the right idea, knew where Skadoodle was, and misses him by a couple of seconds. At that point, loses track and assumes he's gone towards A. Finds him through the smoke and can't hit the shot. One bullet would have done it, I think. So even though they win the round, money's still not great for Cloud9 here. Orb comes out, they get 1 AK, so it's okay to be there. 3 UMPs is the problem. Up against another full buy here of Big. They've got AKs and AWP themselves, but if that's the way they lose the game, oh, it's going to be such a gutting feeling for them. Okay, that's actually a 1v4 map, just to note.
That's even more sick.
Yeah.
That's even more ridiculous.
Oh, the final kill.
Wow, if Big... I mean, they had all the momentum. They had the economy. If they don't win this game now, that round will remind them for quite some time.
Indeed it will. Well, 24. Everything leads to this moment for Big. Can't give away match point at this stage or have nothing left. Has to be around victory here in round number 24. Get towards drop down, they get the first pick. It's got B, who's lost the customer in the previous round, trying to make up for it now. Tabson takes nothing down to 19 HP. They have got the advantage here, but they can't hold on to it. But Keev keeps the dream alive.
Nothing with 19. Flashes high in the sky, and he's going to rotate back through into connector.
He's giving up the B site.
He has completely given up the B site. I'm thinking this might be an early save call. The only thing they have to rely on at this point in time is automatic rotating around toward T spawn, but he's still quite removed from the action, so if they don't get the next kill, call it done. And this is a tenuous situation because nothing 19 has one shot to hit Gobby with, and it's the same in return, and Gobby's the one with the angle, so yeah, the call's been made. Cloud9 backs. It's going to be finally now, this time, the 10th round for Big.
Yeah, absolutely. What a roller coaster the second half has been. Only 2 rounds for Cloud9 so far, but all rounds they've been. 1v4 for Skadoodle. And now, after winning the previous round, those 2 frags, they're just tapping out. Big. Do find double digits, nothing with another frag there. Finds got beat, and nothing will get hooked that way automatic as well. Taps and drops, and causing a lot of damage here to the financial situation of Big. It's automatic. One player survives for the T side here. They will get a barb in this one, but still, the drama continues. Lose this one, still going to be fully reset. So those kills at the end, those 3, very valuable frags.
Well, 10-14. Skadoodle still on his AWP, automatic, with an AK. Looks like he wants to get aggressive at long A. They're going to leave nothing? I take it back. I thought it was going to be Skadoodle. It's nothing at the top of mid and A. But a 3-2 split, aggressive toward the hole in the wall, and Keeve's going to watch that from an angle as Nex gets closer and wants to go for a solo entry contact play. Flash, doubly so. Both blinded, both, oh, not down Shroud. P250 to bail Skadoodle, but unfortunately can't do it the second time around. He's standing and sitting in the open. Shroud tries to do what he can to Tabson. It's not much. Tabson with a kill. Nothing gets back in the sight. They still got a chance in this, especially with Tabson as low as he is, and Keeve burning ever so slightly. Watch the play. Good shot from nothing as he slips up. Better shot from automatic. They've got the bomb down. Keeve gets a response, but it's an AK versus an AWP, and Keeve has to get the bomb. So many smokes down. And he has no idea where to look, no idea where to find automatic. He's expecting that he's gone to chicken coop. He's right, but he's missed the shot. And it's map point for Cloud9.
They get the first 2 kills. You think they're done, but Skadoodle with the P250. He finds a frag, buys nothing some time. He gets some kills with the Famous there, pushing the smoke. And now the pressure firmly applied towards Big here, Matt. It's desperate. It's not looking great whatsoever. 1 Nova of all weapons on the T side of Cobblestone. That's coming out, apparently. And P250s and Tech 9s. The Nova.
Nex out-fragging Tabson, by the way.
Oh, we're not live.
We're not live, definitely not.
Yeah, Nex has been pretty lights out, I have to say.
Definitely not.
The Nova on the T side of Cobble. He has to go to roll drop down. That's his only option, really. But yeah, hype going to be lessening now for now. We'll see whether they can resolve this tech issue. Want a time for it to come in. Just as we hit match point. But still, that was another situation when we had 1 player surviving. I have heard it's a sound problem for Stewie. But these rounds have been so back and forth. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds, no one's had a round, like multiple rounds in a row. So we're fixed. Sound was cut out. Looks like we're good to go. I'm not sure what the procedure is here in terms of getting it reset and good to go. But looks like we're okay. The admin is destroying the round. We'll be good to go any second, I think. The buyers will come in once again. We'll see that shotgun once more, yet to be seen. I think that could be quite a sobering moment for Nex. And, well, should I be buying this weapon? He actually does not. So there you go. Changed his mind. No Nova this time.
Well, they get a second chance. It was Stewie that caused the timeout, so he's fair, I think, to do that.
Yeah.
If it was their team that caused it, I would argue, yeah, you already bought it. But he's fair, and he's within his right. He'll go to a Tech 9 as Tabson wields the P250. Or as you like to put it, Hank, the P250. Fitty. Little man. Automatic with a smoke off, makes contact. But won't do anything with it. nothing's trying to do something with it in the smoke, but he'll go back to his own side of the map. Get that. Molotov in. Legia goes through it. That's going to cause a tag, but I'm not sure if they'll get an indication with one tick as to whether or not he's made it through the smoke. It doesn't matter. They're going to concede the fact that bottom of mid is open, but look at this from Stewie. Thanks very much, Stewie. We will rotate back over toward A. All we got to do is consider drop room. Although Godby's anticipated it. Worse still, despite that he's dropped the bomb. Something you and I are good at. Unfortunately, Godby didn't do it in quite the same fashion.
Oh yeah, and Stewie gets out alive as well. He's ascertained that the pistols are out. It's now a 5-on-4, a match point. Big might have met their match here. It's good positioning though from Legia. Guaranteed frag. Does he want a bit more than this though? Does he want to go for the victory of the round? He unfortunately doesn't get given the choice. Nothing finds him, gives his position away. He could have walked through the B side as well, as going to finish that point with. And maybe gone absolutely wild here, but now they know exactly where he is, and automatically gets his kill. Could be done. He can't find it though. 3-on-3. Bomb was going to be planted on the A side of the map, and another frag there for the T side. Could find a bit more. It's going to come right down to the wire as the bomb goes down on A. 2-on-2. Stewie low HP. Same story for Kiev.
Bomb has been planted.
Oof. Spots Kiev running back. Stewie to the site.
Yeah.
Bomb planted though. No crossfire particularly set up on this. They have one on long, one on the site itself, but the smoke is going to negate the player at long, so Kiev is isolated. Nex has to stay alive. Kiev's dead. Nex has to stay alive. He's got to win the round. Good shot on the Tech 9. Headshot angle presents itself again, but Stewie has put an end to it. Cloud9 goes 16-10, and I told you from the beginning they would win this game, Henry.
You did say that, so that's absolutely fine. But a 12-3 half, you have to say, big. They did win both pistols, Matt, and they did give us a good showing on the second half, but I have to say, from the T side especially, it looked like Cloud9 were running the show there. Very, very fast-setted stuff. They're running to the sides. It seemed like Big didn't really have an answer for that. Great showing on the second half. Won't take anything away from them there, but it felt like Cloud9 were going to be the eventual winners. But still a decent game, probably the best we've had today in terms of like how close it was and how many nail-biting moments there were. And yeah, Big, certainly a team for me that can still make it in the top 8 of this tournament. I do have them down as one of my teams making it through, along with Penta as well, believe it or not. I've got them down as well.
Yeah, I think Penta's